There we go. I had a plan. As you can see, my plan is not happening. Apparently, when I added those couple people in after my last stream, um, I didn't add them in correctly. But I think I fixed it. And now all of a sudden my eye is acting like, I don't know, if it's burning like there's something in it, but there's nothing in it. I already checked. So it's just going to drive me absolutely batty the entire stream, probably. But I'm not going to sort like I do normally at the beginning of the stream. I'm going to instead get these coasters sealed. Like I have to brush the sealant stuff on. So I'm going to do that instead of sorting. Because this is a Diamond Dot stream anyway. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a tissue so I can stop touching my eye. I don't know what it is. Every once in a while, my eye will just like continually water and burn until it feels like stopping. A little like when you get the hiccups and they just, no matter what you do, they won't go away. That's what my eyeball is like sometimes. No matter what I do, it won't stop. So I just gotta roll with it until it decides it's done. But this is the Mod Podge sealant stuff I bought for these. And it does mute the colors a little bit. Like these ones are the ones that are dry. So it does like mute the color a little bit because it dries on like a semi-clear glue. But without it, I worry about like sending them to people in the mail and the like gems coming off in the mail, you know? They do stay on there pretty well, so I don't need like a ton of the glue. He's like, I want my food now. I'm hungry now, not 5 minutes from now. It's like those hangry memes. Like you have 10 minutes from the time he says he's hungry till he's hangry. I thought I pulled that all the way off last time. I guess I didn't. But yeah, it's kind of like this kind of... Oh, well, I'll turn off the light and try to show you the next. Gloopy gloppy. With the light on, it's a little hard to see the consistency, but it's like kind of like clearish opaque color. The light just bounces off of it though, so it makes it hard to see in the camera. But you don't need a ton of it, and then it dries down into the pores between the dots. I don't use this on like my big projects, just on the coasters. Oh, apparently, maybe don't talk about it. It might start up again. I was like, ooh, maybe it stopped. Steel is going to be coming to visit me for the eclipse, So Sunday, we can have a Steel and Book stream. My mother-in-law said she got a spray one. I may try that next after this one. Like after I've used all of this, but that might be forever and a day from now. Yeah, Arun got time off, so they're going to come visit for the eclipse because we are in the path of totality. So we will have about 4 minutes of complete darkness during the eclipse. And I will be right back. I'm going to set these somewhere where they are not going to get bumped. And just quickly rinse my brush. And I'm just gonna move these two real quick, and I will be right back. Okay. Those can start the drying process. Yeah, I don't want it dry. It's pretty water soluble. Like it comes off the brush pretty easily, but I've only ever tried it when it was wet. So I don't want to let it dry and it turns into some like hard resin casing. You know what I mean? Because it's pretty, like on the ones that are dry, it is pretty, you know what I mean? Like on there. So I don't want to tempt the brush drying. And then, I mean, granted, it's like a pack of 3 little kid paint brushes, like the big thick ones from the Dollar Tree. But I still don't want to have to go out and buy more. So Steel redeemed today as a Diamond Dot stream. So we're going to attempt to work on my project. My bigger project. Which you can see I actually haven't done anything on since the last time somebody redeemed it as a stream thing. But that's okay. I've been doing a lot of reading this year. I think I'm up to something like 90 books for the year so far. Let me see what my app says. I use an app to keep track because otherwise I would never, I forget titles. And so it would take me, I'd wind up buying and restarting books over and over, not realizing. Till I started reading that, I've read this before, so it's just easier to keep track. I'm at 100 books so far this year. Not all of them have been terribly long, but 100 books is 100 books, and I will take it. Let's see if I should bend this down a little bit. Try to get you a little closer. But it's a fishy, clownfishy, thingy. It's not that wide, but it is kind of long. Listen, eyeball. You think your internet is back? That's good. I wondered what happened. I was like, okay, he's not coming back. I was like, something happened, and then I was like, is it Twitch or is it Carrot centric? So I like tried to click over to a couple different other streamers to see, and it worked okay. So I was like, okay, it must just be Carrot. But it made me nervous. I was like, oh no. My chair likes to squat down. Yeah, so it was Carrot's internet twitching instead of Twitch being twitchy. I don't even know where I am on this. Thunderstorms will do it. Because there's always one guy who thinks it doesn't matter. I can still drive as fast as I want, and then they hit something. And everybody loses power or internet or whatever. 8256. So this is Steel redeemed this for today. She redeemed the do diamond dots for a whole stream. So we are back to working on this some more. It's a Nemo fishies. The kids were really excited because we went to the one aquarium we went to a couple weeks ago had emo Nemos in it. It had black clownfish, whatever. And so our fantasy just kept going, they're emo Nemos, they're emo Nemos. And apparently at her school, to celebrate the eclipse, they don't have school Monday during the eclipse. So Friday before the eclipse, which is this Friday, everybody's supposed to wear black. And she's like, okay, so I just wear my regular clothes to school? I don't have to do anything special? Check.
Hi, I'm Danny Phantom.
Welcome in, Danny. How are you doing today? Today is my brain is not functioning. Today is a Diamond Dot stream. I'll figure these words out eventually. Apparently. Well, I'm not going to dump some out just for one. What do we got? And I don't think I have that little fishy guy. Aerocuda? Pokey cat netball. Well, it didn't yell at me that I don't have a netball, so. Oh my god, I forgot that sound I used to. Well, I figured his name is Danny Phantom. It would work perfectly. So that's what he got. He didn't even know he was gonna get it. He just popped in one day and it scared the crap out of him. Yes, words are hard. My brain has apparently stopped functioning for a moment.
1 in 8 people have worked at a McDonald's. That's a lot of technical
And YouTube
skills.
is like a commercial after all the time now for some reason. I don't know why.
And off. That 1 in 8 will always have.
Ooh, I caught it. So I thought about turning off the stream record and then just playing any type of music today, like, you know, and I don't have to worry about it because I wouldn't be recording it for like I wouldn't get in trouble about copyright and stuff. But then I forgot. So it's still recording, so I can't do that. I think it's like muscle memory. I sit down and I'm like, okay, I do these 5 things and then I start my stream. And it totally like didn't even think about that I had a different idea. As I shoot little beads all over my table. So, Carrot, when you froze on your screen, on my screen, you had like the funniest look on your face. You were like, and it was just frozen on screen like that. Like you were frustrated that it kept dropping, or that it dropped. Because I was like, oh, leave Carrot on and lurky lurk while I stream. I have it up as Stream Raiders, because one, like, it's just makers and crafters, and I'm not like overly concerned about it. But there's drops right now, so I figured I would leave it up as Stream Raiders. That way, if anybody was trying to get the drops, they could get them. If not, that's cool too. So, Stream Raiders is up if you would like to. If not, that is fine too. Welcome in, Kevin! Ooh, yummy. Enjoy your food. I had air fryer nuggies for lunch and some fruit. You just take a quick jaunt from Canada to Europe. So last week we went, I don't know, probably towards the middle of the school year. Fantasy had come home and said that they were talking about a class trip to somewhere in Europe. And, nothing was kind of, you know what I mean? It was just talk at that point. And so last week we had a meeting about it, and they had more kind of detailed plans that they could give parents and whatnot. So in 2026, her class, well, not the whole class, only those who want to go, is taking a trip to Europe for 10 days. They're going to start in London and end up in Paris, France. They're gonna go to like Normandy and stuff like that. His internet cut out. Like it was personal to him. They're having thunderstorms. He was in here and he's probably lurking about. Yeah, he said they were having thunderstorms where he is. So
Evie!
the internet went out, but he was back in. Evie! Are you excited, Steel? I'm so excited. You can come hang out. I keep looking for the wrong, like to see if the wrong thingy is on my mat here. Mathematical magic. I'm afraid I'm going to be very boring for you. I'm really like nothing exciting happens at our house. Crazy stays in the sunroom on his computer, and I stay in the living room or over here on my computer, and the kids just lounge about or stay in their rooms. We're very boring. Uh, boring. Well, I mean, I have like 500 books, and some of them you would probably enjoy reading, and Fantasy probably has another 100. You can just mail them back to her. So we thought we would make kebabs one night, and Crazy said maybe ribs the other night. Crazy does, but the minions don't know, because one's at, well, I mean, technically they're both at school, but. What number am I at? Oh, equal sign. I mean, they knew you could potentially come, but they don't know that you're coming for sure. Yes, Fantasy will play Pokemon with you all the time. I mean, Boy Wonder will play with you too, but I don't know if you want that. He's a vicious little monster when he plays. He takes no mercy. I mean, I shouldn't say he doesn't. He does with certain people. Like if he's teaching other kids his own age to play, he is very thorough with the rules and he shows them how to play, da da da. But like if you're meant to be playing like against each other in like a thing, he's like, no holds bars. Yeah. Yeah, they have been known to lurk in my stream. But he is actively in a class, so he can't have the way we set up we use Windows Family, And so we can actually block certain websites from even coming up during certain hours. And that's how his is set up, so he can't be distracted. Like some apps don't work at all. And then we've gone through and like blocked websites and stuff. Every time he finds a new one that seems ultra distracting, he gets frustrated because we'll go in and block it.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than
Okay, we're in
Download
ads.
the Kroger app. You can enjoy
Apparently on screen and on YouTube. It's super commercially today.
So it's easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've locked in low prices to help you save big store-wide.
And I have no clue why it's so commercially today on the YouTube.
Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Oh, what was I doing? I don't know. But yes, she will gladly play all the pokies with you. And you can see all her Diamond Dot stuff. It's so much. Welcome in, Crazy. Yes, Stream Raiders is up. Just waiting for whoever wants it. I went and looked at, I don't know if you have to be a streamer to see it or just know like what part of their website to look at. But they're gonna have like back-to-back drops for like the next couple weeks. Okay, now let's go find. Apparently I missed 2 of these. A lit Leo. So I couldn't remember where I stopped, like what color I stopped on, so I just picked one. It's appearing not to be a great choice to have done it that way. Oh, no, I missed it. I looked down and I missed it. Oh. Today it's supposed to be like 76. Crazy said there's potentials for storms tomorrow. And it's been in like the mid 70s. I mean, for you, you'd probably need winter clothes because you need it to be like 95. Tights and a sweater? I don't think it's that cold here, but I also do know that it depends on where you live what is cold. Yes, Sunday's supposed to be stormy. I don't know where you can get eclipse glasses. The kids got them through school. But I know that libraries and stuff are giving them away. I just haven't looked at like our local library or anything because I know the kids were getting them through school. Yes, you. I'd hate. That's a long way to drive to essentially stay for one day, turn around, and come back. So leave Friday, Saturday, whatever. You're still looking at snow. Listen, if we were still in North Dakota, there'd still be like 3 feet of snow on the ground with the possibility of more blizzards on the way. I watched a little video last night, I think it was, that showed like every state and what their percentage of totality was and like how long it was gonna last. It was a cute little video. It was only like a couple minutes long, but it was interesting. But yes, I mean, it is a long way to drive just to like come, stay, turn around. So you can leave like Friday or Saturday, whatever. It's not like you're coming and staying for like 2 weeks and I'm like, okay, get out of my house. I would like it back now. It's just a couple days. Yeah, get out. Like, okay, you're in my space enough. Please leave. It's just a couple days. I have no idea how much car rentals are. I have no like scope of knowledge for that. 8320. I don't even know like the last time we rented a car. I mean, Crazy for work has rented, but like I don't think we've ever rented a car like personally. So I have no scope for like, you know, deals or anything like that. 8278. I know if you're under 25, they significantly cost more, but to rent because they assume you don't have like a ton of experience driving. But that's about my experience or knowledge on rentals. Oh, that's good. That's nice. I really need to remember to like put a clothespin or something next to the color I stop at. That's not all that surprising, though. I mean, yes and no, because you're trying to rent them in Florida. Like, it's crazy. Like, all the stuff, like, anywhere, like, to do with the eclipse is crazy. So feel like boy wonder right now. I know what to work. He's already done all his assignments. He's just got 3 back-to-back classes. He just has to sit there and listen. They got his math assignment fixed, so now he has straight A's in everything. So they use like a website called like IXL for like some math ones. Salt and pepper chips with the Chinese food. Ooh, that sounds good. Salt and pepper chips. They use this website sometimes to go with the math. Like, it's got pre-made assignments on it, so all you do is click on the code and then it takes you there. And so he did that. He took to the code, and it was like stuff that he had to, because math builds on each other. You learn like a simpler version, then a harder, and you just keep building. So he had to go back and like prove how to do some stuff to make sure that he wasn't going to have problems with what he's currently doing. And so they were really some of the stuff that he had to prove he knew already. So he went in and he did them, and then like 2 of them took. One, there was a 5th one that he was exempt from, and then 2 didn't take. So we had emailed about the exempt one because we kept getting an email that it was 0 out of something, 0 out of 10. But if he was exempt from it, so he shouldn't be getting a grade on it at all, And then she fixed one, and I guess the other one slipped through the cracks, and then we were getting emails about it. And it only lowered his grade to a B, which isn't like a big deal at all, but he already did it, so he should get credit for it. So we had to like message her repeatedly, kind of, to like get it fixed so that he would get credit for it. The pepper is tiny bits of, chili pepper, I don't know. Like mostly dehydrated, and then loads of, okay. I didn't know about chili peppers. I don't like spicy. I'm not big on spicy. But she got back to us today that it's fixed, and so that's great. And he got like a week or so ago, he got a free pass because I guess it was like a hard quiz. And if they got 3 or above, then they would get a pass. So he got a pass from that. And then he did some big kind of like assignment where they basically are testing everything you've learned so far this year or so far in something, and he got a perfect on it, so he got another pass for work from that for science. Yeah, spicy in my books, not food. No spicy food. It's because I'm a delicate frickin' flower. I keep feeling a hair on me somewhere. Like just as like barely touches me, but I cannot find it. It's driving me batty. Okay. One of my favorite things about living in England was chips. They called it sauce, but it's just gravy. It's potato or French fries in gravy. And I love French fries in gravy. It's delicious. Yeah, I'm a delicate freaking flower. Delicate like a bomb. Okay, it has gotta be. I think I found it. Or at least part of it. 2, 3. Delicate like a bomb. Yes! It was one of my favorite things because if you order that here in the States, they think you're crazy. They're like, "You want gravy on your French fries?" Yes. Yes, I do. It's delicious. So sometimes I will make French fries in my air fryer and gravy on the stove, and I will just smother my French fries in gravy. It's delicious. So I grew up near the Poconos in Pennsylvania, and my grandfather belonged to this like rod and gun club up in the Pocono Mountains. And every once in a while, go we would go there to eat dinner because you could eat there, and I would always get curly fries in gravy, and they'd be like swimming in gravy. It was delicious. And people are like, "You're so weird." Listen, I don't care. It's delicious. I'll be weird and eat my delicious food. I don't care. Yes, it's delicious. I like the air fryer because some stuff you make in the oven and it just doesn't get crispy, and it does in the air fryer. Plus, you don't have to heat up the whole house, trying, to use it. Oop. I wasn't paying attention. There was a Pokies. That's right. I miss the Pokies half the time because I'm not really paying attention. So, are you gonna see much of the eclipse where you are, Alex? Or, like, not really? I have not, like, looked how it is gonna affect, like, other countries. I mean, maybe Canada a little bit because they're kind of directly on top of us. But, like, other areas I haven't even looked to see. I see that. 18 seconds. So I guess that. Yeah, because I think it is like we're gonna have totality where we are in Arkansas, and then like so on an angle going up from us. So I didn't know if you guys would really see any or just a little bit. You know, like I said, I didn't really pay attention if it was going to affect other places. Oh, he killed you, crazy. But I killed him. Ooh, I got a new Lancer skin. It's the only Lancer skin I have. Nice. Oh, now we got the big baddie boss. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, archers, battle plans, flying rogues. Okay, I will look. Creepy and almost unintelligible voice. Don't be afraid. I'm not afraid anymore. Maybe abyssals are not as bad as we thought. Even their prince. Stockholm Syndrome. What? No, Centurion. That monster is charming you. Stay focused. Don't be afraid. I'll fight for the prince. Yeah. Because you got Stockholm Syndrome.
Let your imagination run wild with the new generative AI tools in Adobe Photoshop.
Okay.
Create anything you can dream up just by typing
Archers.
Treehouse in your jungle.
41 attack speed.
Unicorn in your spaceship.
Flying rogue. What you
Just
got?
type it. This changes everything.
Where
Click
are
the
you?
banner or go to photoshop.com and try it for free.
Okay, we'll try you. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, you'll see the partial eclipse, Kevin. Apparently, Niagara will be the best place. Yeah, because, like, up from us, like, on a steep-ish angle, like, coming up the states through us, they said, like, Rhode Island and stuff will see a pretty decent to almost complete eclipse. Things like that. So I figured part of Canada, and then it'll be, like, because... Like I said, I watched a video and I should have shared it, but I didn't think about it or saved it so I could share it. It was a video on Facebook and it literally just picked the least to the most coverage, and some of them like we are a total totality, but some places are going to have longer totality than we are, so we weren't the very last, but we were only a couple till the end. And we'll have about 4 minutes of totality where we are. So it was kind of interesting because they had like a little picture and it would show like how much would be covered and then they told you the percentage and start of the eclipse to when that portion of totality would happen and how long it would last, and then when the whole eclipse would be completely over. So it was kind of interesting. And I just saw it on Facebook, but you know how everything gets shared? I don't know where it really started. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, I don't know. But it was kind of interesting. I said it went through every state and basically how much coverage and how much time the totalities would happen and things like that. So it was pretty interesting to watch. I don't know, I'm a nerd too, so. What is interesting to me is not necessarily interesting to everybody else. I watched a video yesterday and I sent it to Crazy. It was a video where this, you know how the videos work, like everybody is really the same person, but you play multiple people in the skit. Yeah, some place was almost 5 minutes here, so that was pretty good too. And they were arguing about what Jesus was. Was he zombie Jesus because he resurrected? Was he a lich? Was he a cleric? And then my favorite, at the end, they decided he was like Jack Harkness from Doctor Who and Warehouse 13. He didn't have a beginning or an end. In order, as long as there was the existence of time, there would be a Jack Harkness. Therefore, he never really died and he never really resurrected or anything like that. He just is. So they discovered that Jesus is like Jack Harkness. He just is. As long as there's time, there will be a Jesus. Right, yeah. It keeps changing. It's like, I always joke that the weather is the only job where you can be right like 40% of the time and still keep your job. Which I understand isn't factually true, but it feels like that as you watch the news and you get one thing and you're like, oh, okay, and then the total opposite happens of that. Like, I have watched the news and they're saying like there's 0% chance of rain in this area on the map, and I'm watching it pour its ass off and I'm in that area on the map. Like, sure, I have rain right now, so that proves your maps are wrong. Like, do you want to be a meteorologist or a weather girl? Because those are two different things. Yeah, if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes, it'll change. Yeah, we're currently at the spot where, like, at the end of last week, we had 2 days of frost warning. Like, overnight. And then it was like 77 the next day, all day. Well, see. I mean, you can wear a push-up bra. Victoria's Secret makes a bra that increases your cup size by 2. So if you're a C, you'll be a double D. And I've seen some of them. They don't all have big boobs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it because I do like on that little video they did like rough estimates because you know they were saying the whole state. So they said about 4 minutes as like a rough estimate for the state.
Shopify helps you sell it.
I have seen Weather Girls,
Let's put it online and
and they are not all big busted.
Is live.
that we opened a store and need a fast checkout stage.
Thanks. You're all set.
That count it up and ship it around the globe stage.
This one's going to Thailand.
And that, wait, did we just hit 1 million orders stage?
Right, they're pretty much average. And frankly, a C cup is a little on the small side. But that's probably because I have skewed relativity about boobs. But I think C is about average. I think I had a C cup when I was like 12. Yeah, I think I had a C cup when I was like 12. By the time I was done with high school, I had double D's. He could be more of a butt man. That too. Like, there are some people who don't even pay attention to the weather person. They're just looking at the weather. Besides, like I said, they sell push-up bras. If you want to be a weather girl, don't let the size of your boobs stop you. There's a tentacruel loose in chat. Yeah, I come from a busty family. And, my grandma was pretty busty. All my aunts, my mom. Fantasy's pretty busty. Yeah, now it used to be different where you could be a weather girl and you would just busty is a funny word. But yeah, it used to be that you didn't have to be a meteorologist to present the weather. You could just point and show. But now they, yeah, like the little girl who did the lotto balls. She just called the numbers. There wasn't anything special about her. She had no extensive knowledge. Wheel of Fortune too. But the lotto too, like where they draw the numbers for the big lotto, you just... Yeah, Vanna White. Like, she didn't know anything about the trivia, per se. Not that she was dumb, but, like, she didn't have any kind of, like, special training or knowledge. And weather girls used to not have any either, but now they want you to have a degree in meteorology to do it. Which I'm not totally against. It can't hurt to have some idea about what you're talking about. But yeah, if you want to be a weather girl, I mean, I don't know. You can work for FEMA, you can work for local weather, you can work for like, you know, local stations. There's a lot of things you can do with a weather degree. Yeah, storm chasers, they need... I mean, and the storm chaser people are more than just the people who literally chase the storms. There are other people who just crunch data. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty big field. You can get lots of jobs in it. Listen, it is not stupid, but it is a very limited window that you get to use that for. You're an interpreter, or you teach it. Yeah, you can do space weather. It's not a stupid degree, the Japanese. It's just a very limited. It's a little like an English degree or an art degree. There are only so many things you do. You either go on to become a teacher or a professor, or like with art history, restoration and stuff like that. It's just a very small field. Philosophy, yeah, like it's a small field. Yeah. Underwater basket weaving is a dumb degree, and I believe you can actually get it some places. Like, chances of finding a job with like a philosophy or an English degree or an art history degree are slim because they're such a small like field. They're not dumb, they're just, it's, you can't go any, like, you have a very limited area in which it is, you can use it practically. Like, it's just a very limited, I mean, you could do translating. Yeah, underwater basket weaving. I don't know, you could probably use an air tank. But yeah, I mean, I think when our parents told us we could grow up and be anything, we could. They just didn't say that we'd be practically able to use it anywhere. Like, yes, you can go to college and get whatever kind of degree you want. They just left out that some degrees don't get used practically or in a wide variety of places. Because there's only so many museums who need people. She didn't tell you could be whatever you wanted. It's not her fault you didn't search far and wide for the dumbest thing you could find. I don't tell my kids that they can be whatever they want. I tell them they can be whatever they can afford to be. They can have, as you do whatever they want, as long as that's what they can afford to do. Can you live practically off that degree or that job? No? Then you may want to try something else. Yeah, it's a private sector job. You could get jobs at like the UN or translators, but yeah, embassy liaisons, but it is a very specific field.
Try it for free at asana.com.
I mean, even some corporate businesses, if you could get a job at like big corporations as translators, because they do a lot of business with Japan and China. So they, like, big, huge companies look for translators like that. So, because not every CEO knows how to speak Japanese, they need a translator. Yeah, like, I mean, there are places you can use it, but it is a limited scope. Yeah. I mean, you could be military. They have translators. that one. Yeah. I don't think there are a lot of stupid degrees, but I do think some are less practical on a day-to-day than others. Someone who can act as a liaison, yeah, an English speaker or a teacher who specializes with Japanese English. Yeah, it's like I said, I don't think there are very many stupid degrees. I do think some are less useful in a day to day, or it's harder to find a job because it's such a small field, and that can be work two ways. It can be better because there's less competition for jobs, or it can be the opposite where the field is oversaturated, and then it's almost impossible to get a job. But you can speak Japanese. You could be an airline stewardess, whatever they're calling them now, who works on like Japanese legs of the flights. Then you get to travel, and you get paid to travel. And who knows? You may get to duct tape a passenger to a seat. Hey, listen, you can take it as an elective, maybe. Minor in underwater basket weaving. Okay, I'm going to quick make sure that Boy Wonder got in his next class, and I'll be right back. You in your class? Okay. He got into his next class, no issue. Next week he has assembly whatever meeting to talk about classes next year. Yeah. You know, like you're majoring in art, minoring in underwater basket weaving. Why not, right? I mean, I don't know why my music paused, but I fixed it. Ugh, phone calls. Good luck. I hate being on the phone. And Fantasy did it at school. They filled out like what they would like to take next year, because some of it is mandatory, and then they get to pick like electives and stuff. So she's already done that. And next year she moves to the big high school, and I can stop going through all the stupid roundabouts that nobody knows how to drive through. I don't dislike roundabouts. I dislike that nobody in America knows how to drive in them.
Happy kids are successful kids.
Really?
When you choose a
More
tuition-free
commercials?
K-
Go away. Right? We're all gonna look up how to be underwater basket weavers. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, good. There's more than one. It's gonna be like the new It thing. I bought a new game today. I can actually see that weaving baskets would be beneficial. Where you do have to wet the reeds to bend them correctly, right? Like they're just completely saturated. The thing is, I hope the water that you're forced to sit in is warm water because nobody wants to freeze their ass off while they bend reeds. A game that was on my Steam wish list was on sale today for only $1.50, so I picked it up. It's another puzzle game. I have a problem with puzzle games. I am addicted.
This whole game is rigged.
Lampet. What did I just say? Kevin, you caught it! And some kind of gemmy thing. I don't know what that gemmy thing is. I caught something yesterday in Carrot's stream, and I got that thing too, but then I didn't go check what it was. It is, let me look it up real quick so I make sure I say the name correctly and not, you know. It is Nelson Tether's Puzzle Agent, a dark and twisted puzzler. It's based off of like a cartoon type script. Let me see if I can read it in the store. Like I'll read you the description so I don't explain it incorrectly, because I've been known to do that. And apparently there's a Puzzle Agent too, so I may pick that up as well because it's also on sale for $1.49. Come on, you silly thing. Well, it says, created with indie comic artist Graham Annabelle's unique narrative and visual sensibilities, delivered with distinctive telltale story style, Puzzle Agent is sure to challenge, thrill, and engage in more ways than you can shake a cryptogram at. Let me see if I can find the share button. Share. Okay. It took me a second. I know where it is on the website, but I'm in the Steam, like, the part you download. You know, so I was like, dang it. I gotta find it on here now. But it looks pretty, interesting. I like the games where you have to use your brain a little bit more. I like figuring out puzzles. But I didn't realize there was a Puzzle Agent 2 as well. And like I said, it's on sale for $1.49 as well. So I may pick them both up. But it's got like a comic-y look to it, like a comic strip drawing kind of look to the graphics. I think it's on sale to the 8th, it said. Right? Like, it seems overall pretty easy to play. Like, as far as, you know, like, I'm not having to press 7 buttons and click at the, you know, like that. It's pretty straightforward point, click. And for $1.49, if it turns out I don't love it, it was $1.49. I mean, I've spent more and didn't like things. And then I was frustrated because now I don't like it and I spent more. But for $1.49, I'm willing to give it a go. I don't know. I looked through Steam and I randomly put things on my wish list, and then I look at them more closely once they go on sale, and then I'm like, okay, let me really look at it. Kind of just give it a cursory glance, and then once I like it, or once it goes on sale, I decide. Okay. Here's to hoping. Well, the Rogue did a good job. It blues it up. What happened? Did I hurt my comrades? It's not your fault, Centurion. You were under the influence of the abysmal magic. Oh, let me go to this. There we go. Okay. Like, I think you're a little confused. It's here already. But thank you. I think their system's lagging a little bit. You're hindering our duty as Her Majesty Julian's guards. We are the Celestials that will protect Princess Julian, not you, King's dogs. I recognize you, Fallen One. You shall pay a heavy price for letting the princess be kidnapped. We made an oath to protect Julian. We haven't broken it. We will fight you if we must. Then I will kill you if I must. I didn't place it outside. Crazy Knigget. Right? Like, you can deliver it again, just as long as you don't expect me to pay again. So we went out. So I got a little confused. On like Friday, Fantasy's, one of her archery coaches sent like 4 messages in a row, but they were separate. And so I think I got confused somewhere in trying to like form them into one message. And I thought she was going to have a a parent meeting yesterday. And I guess she did. Welcome in, Lara Skywalker. And there was a parent meeting, but it was only for kids going to nationals and their parents. But because I had done confused myself, I thought that I was going to have to attend a meeting for her. That's not horrible for as loyalty chest, but I thought it would be more as a like boss level. So I figured, and Crazy was supposed to be out of town last night for a meeting in like with a county person from further away. So I was like, I'll just go to the meeting and then I'll just take them to get like hamburgers somewhere. And then his meeting got canceled, and it was clarified that she didn't have to attend the meeting, so I didn't have to attend the meeting. So last night we went to this local pizza place, and I guess they had gotten a couple orders wrong. And so after we ordered and we were sitting there waiting for our order to come, the guy comes out with a box of pizza, and he's like, here, this was a mess up order, and I hate to just throw things away, so you guys can have it. So we got like a free medium. I don't know if it was medium or large, because it was like a little mom and pop place. I'm not sure what size they considered it, but we got a free whole pizza. So Crazy took it to work with him today. Well, that's what I told him to do anyway. I was like, you can take it to work and we eat it today for lunch. But yeah, I mean, I'm all about it. You can give me free food. Don't expect me to pay if you come try to deliver it again. It looked like it was kind of like an everything pizza. It looked like it had like sausage and green peppers and onions. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I got a little startled because I wasn't really paying attention. And all of a sudden, there was a person next to me shoving a pizza box onto the table. And I was like, what? And he was like, here. It was a mess up. You guys can have it. I don't want to just throw it away. Okay, sir. I will take it. Right? I love free food. That's what the kids got. Except they get pineapple and bacon. The Minions love pineapple and bacon on their pizza. Like real bacon, not Canadian bacon. Oop, we're in ads. But yeah. I was pleasantly surprised and happy about it. It's taking his sweet time. Of course, because then it draws out when he's got to go to bed. he can't go to bed till he's eaten his tea, and if he takes forever to eat his tea, then he doesn't have to go to bed. I don't have a problem with pineapple on pizza per se, like as a whole general idea. I am not crazy about a lot of the time they use canned pineapple, which is like been sitting in its juices and it's kind of super falling apart. So then it tastes kind of weird to me on the pizza. But I like I will buy a whole pineapple and cut it up and I will grill it and stuff, and I love that. Do you ever think that maybe sometimes your company just hates you and puts you in the crossfire for fun? I know that people like to roll the turd to somebody else, and if they can push that problem off on somebody else, they're gonna do it. And if they can push that trouble off that they might get into by having somebody else make the decision and then get in trouble because of it, they will do that too. But yes, it's not my favorite topping on pizza, mainly for that reason. I don't like, they use canned pineapple, which I understand is fiscally responsible and all that, but canned pineapple is, the pieces are like super saturated, and then you bake it in an oven. I'm not crazy about it, but I love like grilled pineapple steaks. So my teeth came out while I was eating, and I put them back in, and now I have to sit here and look at my food. Oh, because you gotta wait for that adhesive stuff to like bond and dry. That's no fun. Gotta tell your food, don't look at you. So Fantasy is in after-school art classes on Tuesdays, and as well on Tuesday she's in an art club that meets before school starts. And that art club, sometimes they go to, like twice this year, they've gone to two different local retirement homes and took them like goodie bags and just spent time with the residents. Later this week or next week, I don't know, sometime this month, she texted me the date, I just can't remember it off the top of my head. They're going to our local animal shelter. And then after she messaged me that, she was like, "Mommy, look at this kitty they have." Very cute, very cute. Kitty, I don't know. So I have a feeling pretty soon there's going to be questions about, can we have another kitty? And then all have to have a kitty cam. When we moved, even though we didn't have any pets, we had kept all the pet stuff. Because chances were at some point we'd wind up with another pet. And that stuff's expensive to buy. So we just, in our shed, there's a bunch of different pet beds and a cat tree and litter box and all kinds of stuff. For on the occasion that we do get another pet. Joe can't try that one with me. He's allergic to cats and I'm allergic to dogs. So Crazy is allergic to cats. He's fine as long as he washes his hands and doesn't rub his eyes. Like if he pets them, he's got to wash his hands. He can't rub his eyes or else they're all like swelling up. And we had a cat before, and she was she had some allergy issues right when we got the cat. And then afterwards, she was fine. Like, after she had, after we had him for a bit, she was fine. And I'm not allergic to cats or dogs, and neither is Boy Wonder. I mean, it'd be a fair trade. The cat might be less demanding. And that's saying something, because cats are pretty damn demanding sometimes. When we had the cat, Crazy was on nights. So even on the nights he had off, he would stay on that kind of schedule. Because it was only 2 nights off, so to get off the schedule is hard, to then get back on. And so he used to stay up playing video games, and this cat would curl up on his chest and play video games. So then when he got off the night schedule and went to days, that cat was like crazy, like clawing at the bedroom door. Let me in. I need my person to sleep with. He used to like repeatedly paw at the bedroom door until you'd be like, Kitty, just go lay down. Like, it's bedtime. You can't have him. He's sleeping. The cat was like, no thank you, sir. I would like my person. He was like, I don't accept your statement. I need my person to sleep. My dad does 3 nights, 3 days off, 3 days, 3 nights off, repeat all year. They would do it like, they would change like every 3 to 4 months. They would change shifts. So they would be on days, then swings, then mids. And when COVID happened, it was just days or nights. Yeah. So they, like, listen, until you're 18, you're not too old to be put up for adoption. Like, in the old days, I'd just drop you off at a factory and you'd become a worker. Okay, apparently I missed these exits. 8277. That's a long time to be on that schedule. It would be hard to do a different schedule after doing that for so long. But I imagine he does the same thing. He almost keeps the same schedule even when he's off. That way it's easier. You're not having to go from being asleep during the day to being awake during the day to being asleep, back and forth, back and forth. I have no idea what my dad did or does. My grandfather worked at Bethlehem Steel, which was a big thing back in the day. Not so much anymore, but he worked at the steel factory. Not that kind of factory, like the metal steel. Bethlehem Steel was a big deal, like, I don't know, for a long time, but any building that was built in the Northeast was built using Bethlehem Steel. So, like, a lot of the big skyscrapers in New York, they were built with the metal from Bethlehem Steel. But yeah, it was a big deal, and he was military for a little bit, and then he worked at Bethlehem Steel till he was old enough to retire. Then he spent the rest of his days annoying my grandmother. An army of steels. Well, I would say, could you imagine what it's like for there to be two of me? But you'll get to see what it's like for there to be two of me, because I made duplicates of myself. I copy pasted myself, and I have 2 of the 3 children are very much like me. And I'm not sure that's a good thing. In theory, when I sort these and I do them by, you know, what number they fall out, you know, numerically, it seems great. But then when I'm like, I gotta find the next, you know, going down the list. I have mini me's running around already, and it's terrifying. Yeah, I no longer live near Bethlehem Steel, but it was a huge deal for a long, long time. Oh, thank you for the biddies. I need to figure out, like, sounds. Okay, so I say a long time ago, it really wasn't that long. There was this video where this little girl, she has like an Irish or Scottish accent, and she's looking out the window, and she's probably maybe 5 or 6, and she goes, "It's a fucking goat!" And her mom laughs, and then goes, "No, it's just a goat, not a fucking goat." And she goes, "No, it's a fucking goat." And I was like, I need to find that sound bet and make it for biddies. I need to figure out sounds to go with bits. I suck at sounds. Where are you seeing chickens? Oh, look at all those chickens. Yeah. I was like, I need ideas for sound bits. And I need like Carrot has this little Carrot Cleric guy that he can put on like clothes and mouse pads and all that. I need to come up with some kind of thing that I can do that with. Well, I mean, you know, at least he's self-aware. Oh, that is sad. Like, you could opt to watch different ads or more ads in order to get bits. Listen, I'm be honest. Before I started streaming, I didn't even have a Steam account or a Twitch account. I didn't really watch Crazy stream before. I just want to see if my name came up on the donation. It should. Yep, it says you're number 1. But yeah, I need to like try to think of sounds, and then sounds or videos, and then what amount would be good with them. I don't know. Part of me is like, well, it's part of streaming. You have things that entice people to spend money on your stream, and then the other part of me is like, I feel so bad trying to entice people to spending money. Right? I would watch all the ads if I got biddies for them. Thank you, Crazy. Thank you, Steel. Oh. I was gonna say, don't be like starting a war and wasting your money. I am run on my wife's channel. It's not even like it's my go-to when I call him something. The usual is Knobhead, and that's usually when he's not around. I mean, I call Boy Wonder's big one for the longest time was Turticus Rex. I am number last on. I don't ever donate because I'm always like I'm broke, and which is true because I live in this constant mindset that I'm broke. You guys are killing me with the biddies. Like I said, I need to do sounds. It says, Steal Your Heart just dropped 101 bits, and like the architect of awesomeness, they are helping us construct the ultimate stream experience. Imagine an army of steels, but instead of conquering the world, we're conquering hearts and pixels. 1 bit at a time. Let's keep building the masterpiece together. That's one of those things that they just added, but you have to be like, I think you have to be like on the donation thing for it to work. It was crazy. Say, crazy with your Cheer 100. You're not just number 1 in your wife's channel, but also building a spicy bridge to victory in Stream Raiders and weather prediction. Your bits are the bricks to Book Lovin's Diamond Dots Art Castle. But yeah, that's the bit things are that's what I constantly am like, I'm broke. I think that came from like when we were in the military, because it's not been that long. It's still less than a year since we retired, and we really like lived paycheck to paycheck, like scrimping no extra hardly anywhere. And so I still have that mindset that like everything is like, oh, I don't want to spend anything. And then I spend it, and then I have mom guilt that I spent money that we may not have, or that I've convinced myself that we don't have. I'm broke too, but it doesn't stop me. You guys, I love all the biddies, but then I feel like bad, like because my brain is stuck on 2 modes, yay and no, all at the same time. I'm kidding. I only spend money I don't have on Disney. I only spend money I don't have on Lego. Which is all the dollars. Yes, I heard. That is fantastic. We haven't bought a PC in a long time. Crazy just builds them for us, so we buy pieces of a PC. But it's always exciting. Like to get that. And then, are you gonna stream again then after you get the new PC, Alex? Almost at that symbol. 83.7. Thank you, Rabbits. Rabbits will not be excluded. She's going to get in on the action too. That's great then. For a second, I thought Rabbit was trying to outfit me. You're like, damn it, not somebody else. I will definitely have to try to catch your streams then, Alex. Because what, you're 6 hours ahead of us. But, I'm really not a morning person. If the opportunity to lay down in bed after the kids go to school is there, I will most likely take it. But I will definitely try to catch yours. That's what I did today. It was hair wash day, which is always a thing because of the curls. So I came back home after dropping Fantasy off at school, and I was like, I'm just going to lay down for 15 minutes, and then I'll get up and take a shower. Yes, you'll be an hour behind what you normally are. It'll be like the Twilight Zone. I may have to become nocturnal again, though. I mean, could you stream while Joe's at school? Because that's what I generally do, is I stream while they're at school. We only have like 7 weeks till school's out for summer break here. Oop. The battle. Let me get these beads put away because there's no more for this cup. Stream Raiders battle. And start. There are 5 of us and 3 of them. Fingers crossed. I think we're doing okay. What is this guy? Ooh, my arrow said no. Let's try the quest Gmart and hope other people join it. Or that Crazy gets all his peoples in. I could, but I don't deal well with time pressure. Yep, I'd prefer to stream at night, get him to school, then go to bed and get up. That works. I mean, it really is totally up to, you know, your preference. I'm pretty nocturnal too, but in the lazy sense, like once it gets to such a point in the day, then I don't like want to do anything. So I don't know if I could really be like a nocturnal streamer. Grade. I did tea. And I need to go. So there's a local place to us, and they have like indoor swimming pools and whatnot, and they do like aqua aerobics, which is I've done in the past, and it's probably the best form of exercise I can do with my leg. Like it causes me the least amount of issues. And I did see improvement in like not necessarily losing weight, but like noticing that I had slimmed down a little bit, like toned up. And so there's a local place to us that does that. I need to go there and get like a family membership, and then that will also help Boy Wonder with his gym exercises. Like, because he has to do some kind of gym activity. But I keep like talking about it and I keep looking at it. I just need to like go to the place and actually do it. But you know. I just keep it not. The only thing is I have to contend with the fights going on outside. I know it was an issue with it when I was streaming before. My mic doesn't pick it up, but it does distract you. That'll happen like to me sometimes. Like other things will be going on that I can hear outside, and I know you guys can't hear it, but it does like I can hear it. And so I know it has the potential to distract me and cross over a little bit. Like on the couple times I streamed on like a Wednesday, we have recycling and our trash that go on Wednesday, and it's not one truck, it's two trucks, and so they come at different times of the day, and like I can hear them going up and down the street, and it distracts me. I know you guys can't hear it, but I can, and then I focus. I'm like, can they hear it? And you know, it's a whole thing in my brain. Or sometimes the neighbors' chickens get real excited, and I can hear them just quack, 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 you know, going crazy. And I'm like, I'm sure they can't hear it, but I can. It's not as bad now that I'm out in the other room, but when I was doing it, streaming in there, they would get real riled up, and so it would distract me, but I knew you guys couldn't hear it. Yeah, like I know you guys can't hear it, and then my brain starts going, but can they pick it up? And I'm like, no, they can't hear that. And it's like, but are you sure? No, damn it, I'm not. I am not 100% sure. And then I get to thinking about it or listening into that, and then distracted from what I'm trying to do. So I totally know what you're talking about. The little war that goes on in your head, like, can they hear it? Can they not hear it? I did find that I can have the washing machine on while streaming, though, and my mic doesn't pick it up, even though it's only in the next room. Yeah, I can have my washing machine on too. You will hear the little jingle when it plays, though, when it's done. I'm pretty sure the mic picks that up, but it's pretty loud, the jingle. So the previous owner of our house added a second bathroom to it, and it used to be the utility room with like the washer and dryer and stuff, and so now the wash machine, they made like a little alcove in the kitchen, and our washer and dryer are on top of each other in that little alcove, so it's pretty open to noise too. Like, it's in a pretty open room, so the noise doesn't get dampened like by the door of the laundry room or anything. And I know British houses typically have the washer in the kitchen. Yeah, mine plays a whole little jingle. But yeah, I mean, the dryer does too. It plays a little jingle when it's done. Trying to break these beads up that are stuck to each other. Got one set broken apart. Normally I just leave the stuck beads alone and just move on to other beads. But these I have poured in and they've poured back out like 4 times, so I'm going to try to break them up. Dang it. Oh well. My sister does that. I think it's Japanese and plays their national anthem. I always says it's singing the song of its people. Ours is like a Samsung washer and dryer or something like that. I don't know. We didn't buy it. They had put, it was like basically brand new when we moved in. The previous owners put it in. But honestly, I think they bought it hoping they could fix it up a little bit and then make it like an Airbnb or like a long term, because there's a 2 big hospitals not far from us, and I think they were hoping for like traveling nurses, they could get them to stay in it, and if it had like a nice new stove and a new dishwasher and a new washer dryer, it would make it more appealing to stay in. But then I don't think it quite took off the way they were hoping, so they sold it. Which, I mean, yay for us, we got new appliances. But yeah, it plays some kind of jingle. The only like thing it didn't really have as far as appliances go that was new was the fridge. It was pretty old and not that great. But we found one of those kind of dents and dings type appliance places, and so we got one from them for a really good deal. Like we paid like $700 for like a $2,000 refrigerator. So because it had two little dents in it on the side that you don't even really notice. Like, to me, it's really crazy that because the dings are on the side, they're not even on like the front of the refrigerator, and most fridges go in and you don't even see the sides. So they totally could have got like more for it, but whatever, I'll take it. Right? Like, I'll take it for the cheap. There's nothing wrong with it. It was brand new, still had all that, like, you know, like the blue film they have on the appliances when they're new and you got to peel it off. Still had all that kind of, it was a brand new fridge. Nothing really wrong with it. So I will take it for a third of the price. I'm not going to argue with you. Like, it's crazy to me how that becomes a thing. Like, it's like produce in a store. How much produce a year doesn't get bought or gets, like, isn't bought from farmers or gets thrown out at the store because it's not perfect. Like, or the dents and dings section at your like grocery store, it's a dented can. Does it still have the label on it and I can tell when it expires and what's inside the can? Then I don't care. We used to get like this produce delivery to our house. It was called Imperfect Produce. So it was the peaches that weren't perfectly orange, you know what I'm talking about? Or they weren't perfectly shaped, or they were some produce that was a little bit bigger than the average, and so it wouldn't really sell, or stores wouldn't buy it because of that. And we really liked them, but we were still living in Virginia and we didn't have a single problem. And then all of a sudden one day we got a message that they couldn't get through the gate to On Base where they had been delivering the whole time we had the service. And I called and I was like, I understand sometimes there's a problem at the gate. Can we like reschedule it, or can I come pick it up at the front gate or something? And they're like, no, once we try to deliver and can't deliver, it's oh well. And I was like, okay, I can totally understand that. You have a route to follow. That's fine. So how do we go about refunding this? Do you just refund this month's thing back to me, or this order back to me? And she's like, no. And I was like, so you mean to tell me that you're going to charge me for produce or for a product I didn't receive? And she's like, yeah, that's just how it works. And I was like, okay, then you can cancel my subscription right now. I will never be ordering for your company again. And I'll be filing charges with the bank explaining to them why I want my money back. And they're like, fine, we'll refund it just this once. And I was like, I only need it just this once because I'm never working with your country or with your company again. Like, I understand stuff happens, but you don't get to keep my money when you didn't give me the product. Woohoo! He drew that out for some time. He's like, I'm gonna dissect this egg roll and eat it one tiny string at a time. He didn't even have Chinese. He had fish fingers and chips. Then he smushed Did he smush his fish fingers and then eat it like one tiny little sliver of fish at a time? I know when kids don't want to go to bed, sometimes they can draw that out. Whatever they have to do first, draw it way out. When they were younger, they would eat dinner and then take a bath so they'd be ready for bed. And sometimes they would draw that dinner out forever. What finally got them to stop was I was like, listen, you guys have a finite time to take a bath and play in that water. If you draw out your dinner too long, then you have less time to play in the bathtub. So it's up to you. Do you want to eat your dinner and be able to play till your heart's content? Or do you want to draw dinner out and only have 5 spare minutes in the bathtub playing in the water? And I guess they thought about it and were like, I'd rather have all the time in the world to play in the bathtub. I suppose as long as he ate it all in the end. Finally finished identifying the documents I have. Need updating it and are missing. Well, that's good. Woohoo! Your section's done. Now just need everybody else to do their sections. at least this time around doing the Diamond Dots as like a whole stream, I feel like I got something done. I mean, I still have time left, but like the other times I did it, I felt like I didn't even really get anything done. Pokemon soon. Swirlix. Now to start on my proof of compliance for the documents I have while I wait on those other documents to come to me. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Look at you being productive. I heard Boy Wonder up moving about, but maybe he just had to go to the bath. But I am going to quickly check on him since my tray is empty. Oh, he's in his class. They're just kind of not doing much. He just turned his chair sideways so he could kick his feet up. We got our bat box up last weekend, and when I say we, I mean my husband climbed the ladder and got my bat box put up. Now is the time where all the reading begins. Just keep reading, reading, reading. Just keep reading. So I just love bats. But reason number 2, besides just liking bats, that I wanted a bat box is because they live, a large part of their diet is mosquitoes. And we have Mosquito Central. So maybe the bats will be lured to our bat box, and then at night eat all the mosquitoes. Right? One can hope that's what happens. Anybody have any pointers on amassing a crow army? Because that's my next one. Next go. Amass a crow army. Moon wants crows, and I told him it's not allowed. I love bats, but rabies scare me. Okay, well, I mean, they don't just bite you. Like, you have to be bitten to get rabies. I love bats. I want crows. I want the crows. They are extremely intelligent. they'll bring you trinkets. They like shiny things. And if you start to feed them on a regular basis, after a little while, they start to bring you things to show you their appreciation. I want a crow army. Yeah, like if I could go to the zoo and do any kind of feed the animal experience, I would. If I could do the bats, that would be like fantastic. I love the bats. I mean, I just don't get bitten by a bat and you'll be fine. I apparently missed that symbol. Yeah, scratches. I mean, just let them fly around outside and look out the window. You don't need to go out and try to interact with them. Yeah, just don't like try to be friends with them. Just watch through the window. So the Memphis Zoo has this cool little. It's not very big, but it's like where they keep their nocturnal, like some of their nocturnal animals. I don't think all their nocturnal animals are in there, but you walk in and it has two doors, so you have to make sure the first door is closed before you go on to the second door. And because it's where their nocturnal animals are, during the day they have the lights off. Like after a certain time in the morning, they turn the lights off so all the animals inside think it's nighttime, and they wake up and you can actually see them moving around and stuff. And then at night, they turn the lights on so that then those animals go to sleep. So they like reverse their sleep cycle. But it's pretty cool. They have a huge thing with like, they have vampire bats in one section, and then they have a big like bat run, like this center aisle thing that's all enclosed in, and you can see the bats flying back and forth and like going up and hanging upside down. It's pretty cool. But then they have other animals that are nocturnal in there too. Bats with rabies are rare according to the CDC, and they typically fly away from humans, so unless you are handling them, there's little to no chance of... Yeah, they're not, like, out trying to get everybody. You're more likely to get it from something else, like a raccoon or something. I think the most common animal to catch rabies from is a dog who has rabies. I could be wrong, though. It happens on occasion. Yep. I saw that. Doodly-doo. Doodly-doo. Ooh, we have 12 people this time. Let's do this way. See how that goes. 12 against 8. Trell snuck in there. The prizes, the prizes. Make sure I didn't. Nope, I didn't get any quests completed. Common bronze. We'll do silver. Oh, I guess never mind. It helps if I pay attention. I think we'll go back up just in case. I was gonna say I didn't see him in chat, but he snuck into the raid battle. Yep, stuck in like a ninja. Rick has been chaos today, so I haven't been able to talk much. That's alright. Listen, all lurky lurks are appreciated. Okay. We are in ads. I spend most of my time lurking in people's streams. Or I talk like sporadically. Nope, not sleepy time. You got lots of hours before sleepy time. About 6. We're having sausage bake for dinner because Boy Wonder wanted to make fajitas tomorrow for his dinner. Listen, you shouldn't have ate such a filling lunch that you want to take a nappy nap. Or you should have used some of your lunch as nappy nap time. I try to at least say hi to you and Tuka when I come in to either of your streams, but work is not allowed to. That is alright. Like, real life before this. That's what I sometimes I don't say anything in some people's streams because I know I'm going to be like in and out of the stream a lot. Woohoo! That now hope he stays down. And some people's like I'm just letting the computer raid from one stream to the next kind of deal. So I don't really say anything. Or sometimes I say hi and then I just kind of look for the rest of the stream. just really depends. What do we got? A phantom? Phantom? I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. I suck at knowing the Pokemon names. And it's not like we're doing a ton of exciting things in here today, Trell. Just doing some mellow diamond dots. It was a streamer reviewer redeem. So we're really relaxed in here today. Got some soothy C-type shanty music. And we're just kind of hanging out and chilling. I decide what I'm doing Thursday. I probably won't really decide till Thursday, though. I don't know what I'm doing. Probably a smaller set, but I have a couple on the small to medium side I could do. And yesterday they released the new gift with purchase. So now I'm really trying to decide if I want to order more so I can get the gift with purchase because I like it. No one caught the phantom. It escaped it. There is S. Oh, but Boy Wonder has an activity with his school on Friday. They're going to a museum. Well, that was the activity he picked, was the museum. And then Fantasy has her archery tournament on Saturday. She shoots at 11 o'clock. And my mother-in-law's birthday is Thursday, so I don't know if there are plans to take her out to dinner or not. Well, I suppose you should message her and see if one of her boyfriends isn't taking her out to dinner. Or if your siblings have plans with her. I figured you would like to, but I didn't know for sure if anything was happening. I don't know if you're still in here or not, Kevin, but how are things going with your son? I know you said he was not wanting to go to school and he only has a little bit left. It's going, I believe that he will make it, but the journey, and that's, I mean, I totally understand like his perspective. Like, he doesn't want to go to college per se. He wants to do the trade school, but in order to do that, he does need that diploma in hand showing that he finished. But at the same time, he feels like what they're trying to still teach him at this late stage in the game, he won't need or won't use. And I mean, I don't want to say just at his age, at any age, 7, 8 weeks can seem like literally forever. But especially at his age, you know, it just seems like it's never gonna end. Why do I have to keep doing this? I mean, it doesn't, that kind of scenario doesn't magically get better with age, but as an adult, you understand it slightly more. But I'm sure to him, it feels like he has like no real control over the situation. He has to do something he doesn't want to do, that he knows he won't necessarily use later. Really? It does? Listen, I feel like they need to stop making sequels of Disney animated movies. Just leave it alone. You know, it's hard, and I totally feel for him. I mean, I took all kinds of stuff I didn't need, but just because I liked it, because I'm a weirdo. But I totally understand like his perspective or thought on it, that it's just something he doesn't need, and he just wants to be done. And I know sometimes, like, they're teenagers and they're older, and but it's a little bit of back to that toddler mentality. Like, it's the same thing. Like, why can't I just do what I want? You gotta, you know, if 1 more week, 2 more weeks, 3 more sleeps, kind of a deal. But I think there are a fair amount of kids who hit this wall when they get that close to graduation, that they're just like, I'm done with this. I'm so close yet so far. I just want to be done. Does he already have something lined up, like an apprenticeship or something like that, for the cabinetry work he wants to do? Or carpentry work he wants to do? Which shouldn't be hard to find. Maybe in the interim, like to kind of bridge that gap, he could start looking into that so he's not just focusing on how he doesn't want to do this anymore. Like, even just very basic looking, it could just be something to help distract him from that. Or looking into like all that entails, kind of like you know, mini brochure of it type deal. Oh, okay, that's fantastic then. I think both Fantasy and Boy Wonder School have something similar but different. So, I know that Fantasy School has something where, like, I think it's in their junior and senior years, they can connect with people who are doing jobs they might be interested in. But I think Boy Wonders might be a little bit more in depth. They get to shadow people who do the job they would like to do, or different jobs, to see what that day-to-day truly entails. Because you may have an idea of what a job does, and in the big picture, that might be what the job is, but then you shadow the person and you realize 90% of their job is actually paperwork, and you don't want to do that much paperwork, kind of a deal. And they can do that in high school, and he's got the option to graduate early if he wants to. Which I think is fantastic. When I was in high school, all they really had was VOTEC, which isn't bad, but it isn't really learning about how somebody does their job either. Like I said, you have an idea about what that person's job is, but there's a whole lot more than that big picture to the job. And so I think it's great that they are now having the ability to shadow or truly learn what a job truly entails. Not just kind of this big picture idea. Come on, little bee, turn over. Here we go. I know for a long time it was like, okay, you graduated high school. I hope you know what you plan on doing with the rest of your life. Go on to college or whatever to do that. But there wasn't a lot of practical hands-on experience about jobs until you were pretty well into training for that career field. And then what if it turns out you don't really like it? Catacane. How are you? We are having a relaxing, kind of chill stream today. It's a viewer redeemed stream of doing diamond dots the whole time. So working on this I keep wanting to say Nemo, but clownfish. It's a Nemo pattern. These ones that have like the glittery kind of shininess sometimes are a little harder to get to stick to the wax. Sometimes they're super easy, like you barely touch them and they stick, and other times you have to press real hard to get them to sink into the wax. Yeah, it's a blub blub blub. It's actually has so the kit I bought actually has two panels in it. I cut it in half. It was the other panel was attached here, but it's more clownfishy, more sea clownfish stuff. But it came with two panels, which I liked because it's like two separate projects. Two for the price of one. And I got it on sale too, so even better. In the beginning of the stream, instead of sorting like I normally do, I sealed some diamond dot coasters I had finished. And I don't seal the bigger projects, but I do the coasters because of setting stuff on them and accidentally kind of like dislodging the beads. So I sealed some. These are ones that I have that I had done already that were already sealed. But then I sealed like 4 other ones today. Welcome in, obviously, Yeti. Now, I did add you to my Firebot shouty out thing, but is it gonna work? Did I do it right? It was messed up at the beginning and it just kept like repeatedly shouting you out. So it might not shout you out again. It might be like, I already did him. Really? Fine. Oh, okay. Nope. I just shouted out somebody totally different. I typed in OB and it highlighted your name, so I was like, enter. Yes. And it just did OB. Yeah, this one's pretty colorful. It's got 38 different colors in the pattern. I haven't used all the colors yet because you know how like you know some colors are only in like certain parts and some are kind of all throughout it. But in total, it has 38, and the other panel used the same pack of colors for both panels. So I was lurking for a little bit in your stream this morning, Yeti. But I was also trying to get ready for my own stream, so I was just kind of lurking there in the background. Oh, shit. This is scare the piss out of myself. I was like, oh, I'll just put them in when people say random words. And then I scare the bejesus out of myself. It's from Phineas and Ferb. It's Gitchy Gitchy Goo means I love you. Yes, I jumped so hard too. Like, I put it in there a while ago and nobody's triggered it. So you found the secret sound. I jumped too because I totally forgot that I even put it in there. Oh, my allergies have been bugging my eyes today. That's all right. Like I said, I totally forgot it was even in there. Yeah. There you go, Cat King. I'm not sorry at all. I have some other ones in there too, but I put them all in a while ago. Like when I switched to Firebot, like a couple months ago, and so I've forgotten like a good portion of them, or even what triggers them. I love Phineas and Ferb, so I put a bunch of Phineas and Ferb ones in there. I think Crazy always triggers the one if you type in squirrels, it goes SIMP, squirrels in my pants. Yeah, Crazy Manituka, my husband, he always types in, yeah, Phineas, Joyce, and Ferbots. I love Phineas and Ferb. Oh, what time is it? Oh, well, we can do one more. But yeah.
Squirrels in my pants!
I think it's either video game or video games, I'll have to double check, does one. It's like, Mom, Phineas and Ferb are making a video game. Let me find it so I say it right. And some of them I changed because I was like, that's a long word to type into like a, oh, it's just game.
Mom, Phineas and Ferb are making a video game. Mom,
Yep.
Phineas and Ferb are making a video game.
Yeah, so there's ones for Phineas and Ferb. There's ones that are like, oh, what's it? The Princess Bride, there's some in there. There's some for, there's a couple Doctor Who ones, I think. There's ones for the Holy Grail. I think Inconceivable has to have the exclamation point in front of it. And so does Hamster, has to have the exclamation point in front of it. But you can type in, if I can type myself.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Bring out Jadid!
That's a backyard bitch, a backyard bitch.
But I put a whole bunch of them in there, but then I forgot about them because they don't really like get redeemed. Like the squirrel one gets redeemed all the time because Crazy's a little obsessed with it. But like they don't all get redeemed a lot, so I forget about them then. So I can't decide if my allergies are being stupid today and that's why my eyes keep watering, or I say a new lotion, but it's not really new. It's the same brand and type of lotion I have been using on my face for a while. But this version had suntan lotion, SPF 50, like mixed into it. So I'm wondering if it's the suntan lotion aspect that is making my eyes go crazy.
Inconceivable.
Or it's just my normal allergies because it's spring and everything is waking up, and I would prefer if it all just stayed dead. And then I wouldn't have to have a stuffy face. So I don't know which one, if it's one or the other, or maybe both, that are making my eyes water like crazy today. But it was really bad at the start of stream. Like, it was fine literally until I pressed go live, and then my eye was like, nope. Sorry, I missed your comment, Alex. Maybe, hopefully that'll be the last time and he'll just give up and go to sleep. No, she doesn't have one just for her name. That's in Carrots. When she comes in, it plays the capybara. I'm gonna sneeze. Ugh, I hate that when you feel like you're gonna sneeze. And you're like prepping yourself and then nothing happens. When she comes in, the capybara one plays, but she has to come in and say something. You have the wee woo. You has the wee woo sounds. When he comes in, it's the minions, like you know, the little yellow guys. And it goes wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. No, like sirens, like emergency siren type deal. Let me see here. I'll see if I can trigger it.
Beedo,
Beedo, Beedo, Beedo. That's his. I say wee woo, Beedo, whatever. It's like the little minion siren thing. You can hear her sound. I gotta find it first.
Capybara, 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 capybara.
Are you happy now? You got to hear her sound? How that became synonymous with my child is for Carrot to know. Right, Carrot dancing. That's when Carrot comes in the stream. It yells Carrot, and then the video of him dancing comes up on screen. So it happens everywhere. Apparently, I clipped it, and then like everybody shared it. It is now synonymous with Carrot. Whenever he comes in, that video plays in like numerous streams. Yeah, his little shaky, his butt shaking. I saw him start to do that little shimmy, and I was like, I have to clip that. Nope, I got no Pika in here. Just an Eevee when Steel comes in. Just ignoring that. Just wants to. Yeah, listen, like you missed it. What was it? Yeti triggered a secret sound that I forgot I even put in there. Scared the crap out of theirself and me. And then it started like a whole thing where everybody's just typing in words to see what comes up. I jumped so hard because I totally forgot it was even in there. You never know what sound you're gonna get or what's gonna happen in here. And I think the amount of links I send Carrot and Steel through Discord, like videos I find, I think they're probably tired of it. Wait, what sound did I miss? No, I said you accidentally typed, or not accidentally, you typed in the word and I forgot I had put it there, and you made everybody jump in the channel, making it go off. Yeah, everybody got a little scared. It was a jump scare for everyone. Yeah, jump scare for everyone. No dash. I should do the one for, oh, I forget her name in Phineas and Ferb, but she's like, "What you doing?" Like, it got me. I honestly forgot it was even in there. I will find random things or hear random things and be like, I need to find that and put it on my stream. And then I'll find the sound but add it as like a hidden word. Yeah, Isabella. Yeah, Isabella. What you doing? From the Fireside Girls. Yeah, but I'll hear like a random sound or see something in a video and I'll be like, oh, I should put that on. And then so I'll go find the sound and put it in as like a secret word and then totally forget about it. And then everybody gets a jump scare when it happens, when somebody finally triggers it. Like, I say rude all the time, so I put one in for rude. Rude. If I can type, you know. Rude. Rude. think I put in the other one, Princess Bride, where he's like, marriage is what brings us together. No, I didn't put that one in. I think I looked it up and like saved it, but I didn't download it and add it. What's this one? No. Well, my daughter found Princess Bride on. I love Princess Bride. I think I also saved the Inigo Montoya thing. But she recently discovered, like in the last couple months, discovered Princess Bride on Disney Plus, and she's like obsessed with it. So it's all kinds of like, she'll just walk by and be like, marriage. We introduced them to Mighty Python and the Holy Grail when they were pretty young. And so there's lots of Mighty Python references that happen in our house. I had them at the grocery store, and they were like just saying quotes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And this guy 2 aisles over goes, me? And then I hear, me. The night to say me. He like yelled from 2 aisles over and set the kids off. He might as well have been yelling Mayan for the what is it? The not pelicans. I don't know why I keep wanting to say that. For the seagulls and Nemo. Mine. But he yelled the night to say me and set the kids off yelling me throughout the whole grocery store. Right? That's why I was like, there are definitely worse things they could be trying to repeat than Princess Bride or Mighty Python, so we're just gonna roll with it. They like Monty Python, not Mighty Python, yeah. They like Doctor Who as well, so we get lots of Doctor Who references. We got about 12 minutes left in Stream Raiders. A Toxel? Oh, I missed it. I was like, huh? Yeah, I feel like Phineas and Ferb was a staple in our house for a long time, and I think they still sometimes watch it. But honestly, if I was going to be stuck watching something for an extended period of time, Phineas and Ferb wasn't a bad thing. There were much more annoying shows on. Thank God they never had never watched Kalu. That kid makes me want to strangle somebody. There was another show I think we watched like maybe 2 episodes of, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. But there wasn't really talking. It was like a show about a farm, but then, you know, normally in little kid shows, the cow, the sheep, the pig, the chicken, whatever, they speak English. This was literally just moo, buck, 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 moo, buck, 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 buck. Like, back and forth, and I was like, nobody knows what is being, like, nothing is really being said. Let's, find something at least semi-educational. Welcome in, Carrot. Or I should say, welcome back, Carrot. 4. I don't even remember what the show was called. But I know we only watched a little bit of it. And I was like, nope. And then Boy Wonder went through a phase where we must have watched Hungry Hungry Caterpillar like over and over and over and over for like weeks on end. Like as soon as it was over, he wanted it to come back on. Like he immediately wanted it back on. And I was like, okay, at some point I'm done watching this. But I could do literally anything without him following me around if that was on. So I did take advantage of it. Like I could get stuff done and he would just sit there glued to the TV because he loved the Hungry Hungry Caterpillar. Carrot is doing the sleepy like I want to do. You have many hours before you can do the sleepy. Just drink some more coffee. Gonna look and rest for a bit, but I hope to be back soon if I don't pass out. Get some sleep, Yeti, if you need it. Speaking of kids being obsessed with things, I haven't. It's always sleepy time. Well, maybe he's moved. Maybe he's moved on. Like maybe he made himself tired of it, or maybe he's rearing up for a totally different song to be listened to on incessant repeat. One can never be too sure with small children. Oh, that's an hour past my husband's bedtime. Then again, he has to get up really early to go to work, so he has an early bedtime. But that isn't true. We go to bed at 11 or at 8:30, but he doesn't go to sleep till like about 9:30. I am slowly at the point of I hate it. That's me every day. I hope he's just done with the song and he doesn't start something else. Right? Maybe you've like slowly weaned him away from it, and there won't be a new song to replace it. Fingers crossed, right? But I will say, there are worse things. You could have had to listen to Baby Shark over and over, and that could get dangerous. Oh no, I can barely listen to it once. I usually just mute your channel when it comes on. I was like, I hope she didn't say anything important because I'm muting it. I've listened to Nyan Cat for 10 straight for yeah, no. I mean, dangerous to someone's health. Thankfully, a lot of the really annoying, like, little kid songs or shows, they seem to skip or be easily dissuaded from. I would have preferred Baby Shark. I used to listen to each other. He's ruined it. Well, maybe after not hearing it for a little bit, you'll like it again. I mean, it is literally, like, you can get burnt out on any song if you have to listen to it enough times. I can certainly never see Third Eye. What? Oh, I'm so sorry, Alex. Oop. Oh. I thought it was important, like a child messaging me, but nope. It was the Memphis Zoo letting me know that we're getting close, just a few days away from a member-only event. It's not the only members-only event that I'm worried about, though. Definitely not getting through a whole gig without them playing their most. Yeah, chances are that's a song that's gonna get played, like at every one of their concerts. If it's about what Alex is talking about, what was it? A couple weeks ago, Joe got on this kick of Semi-Charmed Life, and he just kept playing the song like over and over and over and over, and she is totally burned out on it. We are on ads. Is that the last battle? I think this is going to be the last battle. That way you don't have to kind of raid and run. I'll be on a little bit because I want to finish this row of colors, so I have a couple more colors before I end the stream, but I think this will be the last battle. 14 against 19. Let's see how it goes. Well, that was better than I thought it was going to go. Whoop woo! Okay, most kills, crazy. And then we'll go with Catacane for the most assists. Grant your rewards. Oh, where was I? Yeah, oh, it's me. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit yet until I finish this row, because last time I just kind of stopped, and then when I came back to start again, I was like, I have no idea what color / number I stopped at, so I just picked a play, and then I had to kind of go back and fill in. So, and there's not many colors left for this section, so. Listen, I think we're all feeling a little nappy. It was really muggy when I took Fantasy to school this morning. So I was like, maybe it's gonna rain. But I don't think it's rained yet. Oh, the Pokey escaped. Nobody caught it. I think it's one of those days where everybody's a little nappy. Oh, well, kitty snuggles are fantastic. My daughter's in an art club, and they go different places in the community to help out sometimes. And sometime this month, they're going to our local animal shelter to help. And, like, immediately following the text informing me of the date and times that they're going to this animal shelter was a picture of a kitty. Look, Mama, the kitty's so cute. So, I fully expect us to be on kitty requests soon. Ew, people snuggles. Tired of being tired. Maybe you need to sleep. Or is it the different kind of tired? Not the sleepy kind of tired, they're just tired of everything. Because I can get behind the tired of everything. Like, it's not a sleepy kind of tired. Like, no amount of sleep is going to fix it. It's just tired of being tired. Like, your body is tired. Or I guess, like it's a mental exhaustion kind of a thing. Like, you're overwhelmed and tired. Woohoo! Row is done. That's a bag. We're going to bed. I'm sure you've made several people jealous, Alex. So this is, I mean, obviously we didn't do all of this today, but we did a fair bit of it today. So we're just getting into fishy territory. I think some people at this point would settle for being able to be in bed even if they couldn't go to sleep. The relaxation bit would be the deal. Let me quick try to see who else is on. Dosley is on. Playing Project Zomboid. Or, I guess we could try to find somebody new. Thank you for hanging out, Alex. Hopefully you get some good sleep. I typed something, but Twitch just went off and did whatever it wanted. Okay, let's try you. You're new. A new person. Amanda. Ooh, I did it. It's a new person. I've never been in this person's stream before. I have no idea what I'm doing on Thursday, but I'm doing something. Building Lego, but I don't know what kind. I gotta look at my sets and see. But thank you for hanging out in our kind of mellowish, calm stream today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was a viewer redeem. Steel chose it. But hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you'll be back. Hopefully everybody gets to go take a nap since we're all tired today. I don't need you to redeem it, but if you want to, you can redeem it, and then I can message you. No, stop what? What? No, the one I'm watching is live. This random nurse gaming, she's live.